everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a very detailed and complex plane for you. This is Nightbird Alpha. It's got 2 air intakes, 2 afterburners, cockpit, and reinforced nose, reinforced wings, and of course that ever so classic Nightbird wing geometry. This is not for beginners. I've been working on this for a very long time. It's been like 3 months, so please enjoy. So we're going to start off by taking corner to corner. I've already folded it here. And then we can go ahead, take the other corner and put them together. Okay, next you're going to take this edge, take it to this edge. Make sure it goes right to that point. Try not to go over or before. And then flip it over, do the same. Oh, and for today's paper, I'm using 8x8 square paper. It's around printer paper thickness. Really though, you can use anything as long as it's under like 20 pounds. 20-pound paper. Okay, so next you're going to take the side that doesn't have the crease going to that point, and you're going to just fold it to the top, like so. So it should look like this now. And now I'm going to take this edge to this edge. Control it. Make sure you control your layers while you do this. And then you can open that up and squash fold it. Next, you just flip it over. Take this edge to this crease here. Unfold. You can just kind of fold this like that, and then just take this edge to that crease. You can unfold that too, and then we're just going to go ahead and open this up. So make sure these go right to the center, and then when you've got everything all lined up, you can just go ahead and flatten this down. You want to line it up with this right here. Okay, then you're going to make a crease from here to here. Very gently, make sure you don't tear it, especially at those corners. Okay, then I'm going to take this edge to this edge. Unfold and do the same. And the other side. I want to make sure it goes right to that point. And then you can unfold that, flip it over, make a crease that goes right through that point. You want to make sure that tip is landing on the center crease. And you can unfold that, flip it over. Now we're going to make a crease from this point here to that point right there. And you don't want to crease, when making that crease, you don't want to crease up in this part here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And you want to line this up with this. Get a nice sharp crease, unfold, do the same here. If I'm going too fast, you can just always slow down the video or rewind, or whatever you need to do. Okay, then I'm just going to refold that. Then we're going to take this edge to the center. Give that a nice sharp crease, especially right here. It gets pretty thick there. And then we can go ahead and do the same here. I like to sometimes unfold that. Okay, unfold that. Now you're gonna open this up and you're gonna fold in along this crease, fold out along this crease, pop this open, pull it out, like so, and flatten that. Get a nice crease at the top right there, and do the same here. Fold in, fold out, pull that out, crease at the top. Okay, now we're going to squash fold this. And then we're going to take this to the center. And then we're going to take the other edge to the center. And then we're going to paddle fold. And you want to make sure that you're landing this tip right on the center crease. Sometimes it can be a little off. Just make sure that you're doing your pedal fold right. You just fold this down. You can unfold that. And then we're going to do a little bit of a tricky step here. Actually, it's probably a hard step. We're going to unfold all the way back to here. Then you're gonna fold in on these. Then you kind of see like this begins to form. You're gonna want to push that down so you get kind of a diamond shape. Then you can squash fold this, but don't crease it. You're gonna squash this until you have a triangle like that right there. And you're gonna fold up along that crease right there, like so. And then I'm just gonna pop these in. And then I'm gonna fold in along these creases right here. Like so, you're just turning those into valley creases. So you should have this now. You can open this up and squash it. So you should get this. And it should look like this on the inside. So if you got through that, congratulations. That was probably the hardest step. However, we do have another hard step very soon. So we're going to make a crease from right here to right here. then you're gonna fold down along this crease right here. And you're gonna line it up with the centering crease all the way across. Like so. Make sure you get a nice crease. And now we're gonna sink fold this. This can also be a little tricky. So I'm gonna unfold it to here, and then I'm gonna open this pocket up, and I'm gonna push in on this point here, while simultaneously opening this up like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Just pushing in on that point, and then you can fold these back into the center. You should kind of get this. And then you can just go ahead and flatten that down. You should get that. So now we're gonna fold in along these creases here. And then you can just kind of slowly work this into a squash fold. Like so. And this will be our air intake. And then I'm going to do the same here. Fold along that line, crease, and slowly work it into a squash fold. Okay, now we're gonna flip it over, unfold this, and unfold this. And I'm gonna take this tip to that tip, and you should have a crease going right between these 2 points. You can just kind of slowly work those so they don't tear. Okay, now you can unfold that and squash both sides back in, or inside reverse fold, if you will. Okay, now we're going to sink fold this triangle right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull this up as far as I can, and then you just kind of want to kind of see like you have a diamond of creases right there. You want to pinch that crease right there, like so. And then you want to do the same here. Pinch that crease, and you should have a square. And then you're gonna push in along this crease here, while pushing this top segment to the top and this top segment to the bottom, and collapsing. And it should sink it. So it should look like that inside now. And now we're just going to take this edge to the center. It's a little hard to see, but you have the idea. And then we'll just go up a little into the square. It's fine, you can just push that down. I'm going to do the same here. Oh, that wasn't perfectly all the way to center. It's okay though. And make sure you crease that down really nice. Okay. Now we're gonna on the wings. So you're just gonna make a crease from there to there. You the same here. And then you're just going to take this edge to the crease you just made. And you can just fold these right over that edge that you just formed. And then you can unfold those, and then you can flip it over and open it up to this. And you should have 2 creases like that. You're gonna grab this crease here and pull it towards you so that you land it along this edge. I mean, this crease right there. Like so. So I'm just grabbing this, I'm just pulling it along that crease. And you can flatten and do the same here. Just grab it, pull it right along that crease. You shouldn't be making any new creases here. And you can unfold that and make a crease that goes from right there to right there. Do the same here. Make sure you get it nice and sharp. And then, this step's a little weird. You're going to open this up. You're gonna open this up, and then you're gonna push this forward, so it looks like that. And then you should have this pocket right there. You're not gonna push it all the way in. You're just gonna push it until this edge here lands along this edge. Or like so. So it should look like that. And then you can just crease inside of that pocket. And then you can flatten this down. And you can flatten all of that down. The reason for that is because there used to be a lot of weight in the front and I was pushing it all the way in, so I just made it land on that edge there to move weight backwards so it wouldn't nosedive. And then we could just do the same here. Opening this up, pushing it forward until it lands on this edge, and then creasing inside of that pocket, collapsing down like so, and then collapsing this down. Okay, so now you can open this up and fold up along this crease, and you're just kind of pinch towards the top like so, and it can pinch all the way down to this point here to form a crease. And then you can just lay that flat. Make sure you get a nice sharp crease in that. Been really phlegmy from all the allergies. It's allergy season, you know. Alright, so we're gonna do the same here. Fold that up, pinch towards the top, and then slowly just pinch towards that point and lay it down. Make sure you're controlling your layers when you lay it down. Sometimes it can kind of just move a little bit and can get really messy. Okay, so now you can flip it over and you're gonna make a crease that goes from that point to that point right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. You want to be pretty gentle about it. And then you can just kind of open this up and then squash this down. And make sure you get a nice sharp crease on that. And then fold that down. Finish creasing. Now you can do the same here. Make sure it doesn't curve either. You don't want it to curve. Grease inside that pocket, open this up, and flatten that. And finish greasing. Okay, so now we're gonna do the intakes. So I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna make a crease. There it goes from right there, and I want this point to land on this crease here. Give that a nice sharp crease, and then do the same here. Okay, then you can reverse fold those, like so. And you may have to pinch this crease here. And you can begin to see our intakes come to life. Alright, so now we're just gonna, this is judgment fold really. I don't really know how to explain this. We're gonna round off these corners here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make a crease that starts right there, and I'm going to fold it until it looks like I folded a little more than a third's way of this whole portion here. Just like that. And then give that a nice sharp crease. And then I'm gonna open this up, pinch this here, and inside reverse fold it. It can be a little tricky. Just work slowly and pinch it down, and you should get that. Now we're gonna do the same over here. Fold it from there until it looks like it's about a third's way. And then do a nice sharp crease, unfold it, pinch this, open it up, and insert reverse fold. So you should get that. Okay, now you're gonna want to take like a pencil or something and just have a pocket here and stick your pencil or whatever in that pocket, and you're gonna make a crease that goes from right there to right there. You can use your pencil to help you do this, and then once when you kind of have the basis of that crease, you can just push this all the way out to get that, and then crease everything down, and you should kind of see an intake. So now we're going to do the same here. Okay, and you should have your intake now. So now we're going to make these a little smaller, more proportionally sized to the plane. So we're going to take this edge to this edge. And you can do the same here. Like so. Then you can reverse fold these without making any new creases. It's very important that you don't crease this right here. Ugh, it's being a little annoying. Alright, that was a pretty bad job, but you get the idea. I'm going to do the same thing here. That was also a pretty bad job. But now, if we're gonna open this up again along the crease that you made, like so, you should, and then you can just kind of pinch this here, pop it a little open with your pencil. You should have a proportionally sized intake. And now we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna open it up. And this doesn't even need to be pinched, really. So now you should have 2 intakes. So you're gonna fold those down. Now we're gonna do the tail fins. So I'm gonna take this edge to this edge. I'm sure you've seen this before. It's very common to do this particular step here among many planes. Do the same here. Open this up and flatten it down. Do the same here. Then you can take this edge to this edge here. And then make sure you control your layers when you do this step. We're going to take a fold from that point right there. It's not really visible on camera, but we're going to fold from there and to right there. And it should make this edge land on this edge. And we're going to do the same thing here. And then you can unfold this, unfold that, fold this in, fold this in. Do the same here. Then you can pop this out. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead, unfold this, fold up along this crease, fold down these 2 creases, and that should give you your tail fin when you fold this up. And then we can do the same here. Okay, so now for the cockpit, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to pull this out and flatten it, so it should look like that. I can do the same here. And then I'm going to pedal fold, and while I'm pedal folding, I'm going to push in along these edges with my thumbs, like so. Keep pushing in, and then you should get these two pockets here. Just gonna push in on that, push in on that, and then flatten. Okay, so now we can flip it over. You're gonna open up this, and it's kind of hard to show on camera, but you're gonna make a crease going from that point right there to, it doesn't really end really. You're just kind of locking this to this here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just fold it up as far as it'll go, so it should look like that. And do the same here. Okay, so now you should have this, so you're just gonna fold this up and do the same here. Fold this up, and then we're gonna kind of do a modified squash fold. So you're gonna fold this up, and you're gonna crease all the way inside that pocket as far as it'll go, and it should end about like right there. And then you're gonna start pushing down on the spine with your thumb while keeping that pocket open, and that should begin to happen. So just keep pushing down and make sure it's lined up, and then get that nice sharp crease. So you should get that. Then you can just fold this down. Okay, and you're gonna unfold this, and then you're gonna take this edge to this crease. And again, to focus this crease right here. Okay, and then you can unfold this, and then we're gonna make a crease. It starts right there, and you want this edge to pass through that point. Okay, then you can fold this up along this crease here. So this is going to become our thruster. And then you can fold this up. Okay, so it should look like that. Now we're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to do our modified squash fold, so just crease all the way into that pocket as far as it'll go, and start pushing down on the spine with your thumb. Line everything up. And crease it all down. You can fold this down, and now we're gonna not do the same thing here. We're actually gonna make a crease going from this point to that point right there, which essentially is the same thing, but you're not tucking it in under here. So I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm going to unfold it. And that's gonna help with our locking mechanism. Okay, and then you're gonna do the thruster, like you did on the other side. You want to fold it a little bit past that crease because you're folding up. so it doesn't like fold over on itself again. Okay, so now you can flip it over and you can take this tip to that point right there. Crease it down, and then you're gonna make a crease that starts right there, like so, and you want this edge to line up with this edge. I mean, like, I know the same edge, but you see what I mean here? Like so. Then you can pull this out, and then reach into that pocket and just flatten it down along the center crease, like so. Then you can fold this to the other side, get that a nice sharp crease, unfold, fold this to the other side, and then flatten this down. And then you can pull this out and flatten this down, pull this to the other side, and then you can use your pencil, whatever you're using before, to squash fold it. And then you can just go ahead and fold these behind. Okay, and now you can fold this up, and then do the same here. Make sure that stays tucked in. Okay, then flip it over. Now we're ready to do our jet fold, so you're gonna make a crease that actually starts at a certain point in the cockpit, so you should have a crease going from here to here. You're just gonna wanna maybe mark that point, and that's where you're gonna jet fold from that point I just marked. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. It's gonna go, of course, right down to that point right there. And then we can do the same here. Oh, and make sure not to crease your fin by accident, like I just did. Okay, then you can jet fold. And just kind of pinch it together, pinch it out, and lie it flat, like so. So now you can fold this up, fold this up, fold this up, and fold this up. Make sure these are tucked into the fuselage, if they are, and look, can't speak. And we're gonna tuck one of these flaps into the pocket on the other side. So you can do that by pulling this up while pulling this down, and then putting them together and pushing down, like so. Then I'm going to lie it flat on the side that has this flap untucked. And I'm going to open this up. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to stick my pencil in this little pocket here. I'm going to squash fold that up. And I'm going to take this edge to that edge right there. And then flatten that down, give it a nice sharp crease, and then you can just fold this up into the other side, into this pocket right here. And you can just crease that nice down. Fold your wings up. Now you can fold your thrusters. Let me just get these tucked in first. Okay, so you're gonna want to stick your pencil in like so, and then just push down so that you get a thruster, like so. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. Stick my pencil in, push down, so I get a thruster. And you can shape these to be rounded by just pinching the sides. Okay, so one last step, we gotta pop out the air intakes. So I'm going to unfold this flap like so, and then I can just pop my pencil in there and just pop that up. Do the same thing here. Pop that out. And it's going to be a little bit of issues. And then you can just kind of work with it from there. And there you go. You have a finished Nightbird Alpha. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one very, very soon. Bye-bye.